Ah, recording. Sorry, it just startled me. Damn thing worked right away. It doesn't do that all the time. Anyway, okay, I'm making a video. Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to do it. Yeah, okay, whatever. We really don't like each other. Fine. I don't think there's any problem with that. I mean, it's okay not to like each other, isn't it? Or do we have to really get really hostile and do this crap all the time just because we don't like each other? I mean, it's just such... I mean, if you can't concede that this was the argument that came back at me was all personal crap, and it had nothing to do with anything I said in my video. So I mean, that's just bullshit. You don't want to admit it's bullshit? Fine, I don't care. You don't have to admit it. But it was bullshit, and I know it. So I'm just letting you know, you didn't fool me with it. You didn't fool me that the bullshit was some kind of real shit, because yeah, it was bullshit. So anyway, what else do I really don't have to say much. I mean, Arthur left me a comment on my website, which was nice of him. I mean, he doesn't like to stray away from home, and I appreciate the fact that there are a few people here see that there's, look, I'm just doing my thing. I mean, you can do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing, and these things really don't have to clash. I mean, well, I'll play Christine. She's a trip. I'm going to play her video and respond to it because she's made a good video, and it gets to I can get to the point I need to make through that video, I think. But I mean, some of these points I've already made. I mean, I'll just mention it quickly. I mean, I'm not gonna play Al's video. But again, it was this argument that somehow I have to conform to what Al wants Vloggerheads to be, or what. I mean, why don't you have a definition of what your website is? Maybe you can have two categories. I mean, philosophy and emotional masturbation. I mean, I'll insult it even. Look, I'm insulting, and it's not a big deal, okay? If I say something like emotional masturbation, you know what? That doesn't really give you a right to play my videos and laugh track over them. I mean, that's just bullshit. But yeah, I mean, there's two kinds of people in the world. People who, they want to do this friend thing and emotional thing and all that kind of crap. And then maybe there's only one of me. But yeah, I'm not here to do that. I mean, I'm online to accomplish something. I mean, to get engaged in a battle to see if we can make things better, to see if some of this shit I see, you don't have to see it, but I see it, if we can fix some of that shit. And I can only do that through communicating with people. And so if you don't feel like being communicated with, don't press the fucking play button, all right? And do whatever you're doing. But maybe it would be nice if we had two categories here or something. I don't know, but whatever. This is a vehicle. I'll ride this bus, when it doesn't smell too pukey. And then I won't when it is. I mean, whatever. We all have to make decisions about what we want to be stuck in, what kind of thing what vehicle we want to ride life through in. And yeah, right now, you people are all pretty smelly to me. But whatever. I mean, you can say I stink. You're allowed to say it back. But what you're really not allowed to do is throw your rotten eggs and shit. That's just crap. So, well, it's bullshit, as I said. But anyway, Christine's video, I'll play it. Yeah, I'll probably cut this in two parts because, I don't want to compress the files too much. This is going to take a little while. So, don't listen any further if you're not interested. But I think this whole general subject of how people get to each other, how they need to communicate, or what they have to do, and all that, there's a lot of issues here that are important. And it's really also important just to understand what I'm here. I'm not here. I'm not doing the buddy thing. I mean, if I want to make friends, I'm going to go to a site that's it's got a higher percentage of men to women. This ain't what I'm going to hang out to have fun. I mean, I'm not a guy kind of guy. But anyway, moving on. I don't, just offended people with that probably. But whatever. You're going to be offended. Alright? Yeah, I'm potentially offensive. There. Should I put a warning on the video? Potentially offensive. There. Now, is everything okay now? I've warned you. Ugh.
Hello. This is my reply to InMendham's vlog. Because I have realised everybody seems to dislike InMendham So naturally that intrigued me. So I watched your vlog.
Yeah, it's not a great sign, you know. I'm interesting because I'm like, you know, people are walking around me on the sidewalk, so you go to see what the hell they're walking around. But whatever.
Swooning, grim, swooning one. And it was the best vlog I'd ever heard. But anyway, so I'm not afraid of you. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I thought of your vlog. I welcome a good argument, especially one that is so well articulated as yours. No, actually, I agreed with every word you said. So I can't really argue about anything because I thought you talked sense. I agreed with everything you said, and
Yeah, well, I guess I should just, you know, I mean, she's being very nice, but I mean, yeah, but the point is it's not, you don't agree with the way I said it. So that's sort of the thing. That's the issue. That somehow you have to say to people, you're assholes, but you somehow have to say it without them knowing you just, you know what I mean? It's like you have to shove the up there without them, you have to anesthetize them first. You have to say, you know, your big fat ass is so beautiful in the sunlight. Or some kind of, you have to do some sort of ass-kissing bullshit. And yeah, I just completely suck at that. I mean, it breaks my goddamn teeth. And part of it's just because I'm just too tired. I've walked too many miles. And I just got no patience. And so I'll give you an analogy. It's like, say if you're, say, this is the way the world is. You know, and we've organized the world where people have this expectation that, okay, so you just clean up sewage all day. Right? That's, you scoop it up with a pan and you put it in a bucket, and scoop it up and put it in a bucket. And there's a hole that the sewage is coming out of. It's right there in front of you. It's right 6 feet away. You know, but you're scooping sewage and scooping sewage and scooping sewage. And you're like, well, why can't we just plug the fucking hole? Can we just plug the fucking hole? And the world says, no, we don't plug holes. No, we don't stop the sewage. No, we don't do that. We clean sewage. And it's just like, after you do this a while, you're just like, no, this is too fucking stupid. I just, you know, and you're going to, like, even if they have a death penalty for plugging the hole, you're going to go try to plug the hole. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not a great analogy, but, you know, it's the one I threw in here, you know. Some are winners, some are, you know, yeah.
my only comment is that there's no need to be rude because, you know, it offends people, and when people get offended, they stop listening. So
yeah, I know, but you know, that's sort of the catch, because that doesn't happen to me. You know, when somebody offends me, that engages my brain. That says to my brain, well, wait a minute, they're offending me. They're doing that for some kind of reason. I'm going to explore that reason. I'm going to, you know, it engages me. So I can't. It's hard for me to figure out exactly how I'm so structurally different. And I'm going to say the thing that's going to engage me is that, yeah, I want to know the truth. I want to know. And so if somebody says I smell, it's like I'm going to try to do something about it. I'm going to try to figure out, well, do I really smell, or are they just being a nasty bastard? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody tells you you stink, you're going to say, well, do I really stink? You're going to try to find out whether you really fucking stink. You're not just going to shut off and say, no, I don't want to even hear their opinion. So that's almost, you know, that's almost evidence already of a very closed mind. So you need a special kind of surgeon to break open their little brain first before you can even engage in this. And I'm just not the surgeon type. You know, I'm a construction worker type. I'm you know, heavy equipment, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I just don't got time for this little detail crap on these little specific monsters that have the closed mind. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. That, you know, I mean, we do have these cliches, the honey and vinegar bullshit. But they are cliches. I mean, it really isn't reality. I mean, we see how most of the world works. And a lot of it runs on propaganda. And let's just call it what it is, propaganda. Simplicity, triteness, bullshit. And, you know, so, I don't know. Like I said, but I'm not out to be rude. But sometimes there's just no polite way to say, you know, your ambitions are putridly uncost effective. I mean, how many ways do we? I mean, there's all kinds of ways to say it, but yeah, I mean, it's I, whatever. Sorry. Apologize. How's that? I'll just apologize all the time. Oh, sorry if I offended. But see, that didn't work either, because I think I said that in the fucking video and it still didn't work.
But it detracts from what you're saying. All they can remember is they're offended. Then their mind goes blank because they're full of personal rage. So it's best not to offend people. That's all I'm saying. Now.
Yeah, well, like I said, in principle, I don't disagree, but but see again, but look at their response. You see, I mean, I made general statements, and of course they took them personally because they're part of that club. So it's like, if you say something against the Ku Klux Klan, I mean, obviously the Klan members individually are going to take that as an insult. But I mean, I can't really do anything about that. I mean, I still have to be able to describe reality in its real terms. And I mean, well, like I said, I mean, I could do better, maybe, possibly, maybe.
You seem to want to have an argument, so I'm going to say the most annoying thing I can think of to you.
Yeah, well, I really don't want to have an argument. I mean, I really want everybody to say, oh yeah, okay, I get it. Let's fix everything, get it over with, so Gary can go, back to his couch. So I really don't want to do this shit.
But I mean this when I say it. God loves you.
Yeah, it was funny. I laughed too. Yeah, well, I mean, there's not much to say there. I mean, God is nice as a, theoretical little thing you play with. But, it's like giving personality to your stuffed animals or something. Yeah, it's cute, but it's no, you don't do that as philosophy. That's the emotional masturbation category.
I know that will annoy you and irritate you, because I'm guessing you're one of these people who don't believe in God.
Well, I'm guessing you probably don't either. At least not a defined one, right? At least not one that's in any of the books, right? The book gods. No, I don't think you're buying one of those. But yeah, you like the idea of it. You've communicated with a cloud or something, maybe. But yeah, I'm not going to pick at your neurology to see exactly what the God connection is. If I follow all the little breadcrumbs inside your brain, I don't know if there's anything at the end. I don't. They all might go circular, and then the ends tie together, and it just goes in a certain ties together, and it goes in a certain. It might be one of those kind of things. It might not really be made out of anything.
But God does love you. I mean, you are talking sense. You even remind me of a prophet, because you are telling the people the truth.
Yeah, well, if I was a prophet, I'd be Judas, because the prophets were all kind of full of shit, right? I mean, they obviously didn't have much confidence. They see miracles performed right before their eyes. God, raises the dead and shit, and then Jesus, and then Jesus gives them all little, special powers to do some healing and shit. And that's not even good enough to convince them enough to take a bullet for the guy. I mean, pretty amazing. Lots of lack of confidence demonstrated in most religions. I mean, people don't really, they talk the talk, but they really don't walk that God loves me walk.
And that's what the prophets did. Right. Or the seers from long ago. In fact, you even look like a prophet with that blanket on. Anyway, it's obvious to me after listening to one vlog that you are a very sensitive person. Now, other people... Yeah,
well, it's obviously... But see, it's a tricky one. Because at the core, I'm a shithead. I'm a piece of crap. I'll sleep with my best friend's girlfriend or something. I know I could do it. I know I can be selfish as hell. I know it's in there. I know the capacity to take advantage of a circumstance is there. And so, yeah, I limit what I can do. I do what I can do. I do the vegetarian thing, and I do this, and I do that, but I know I'm vulnerable. I know I can be an asshole. No doubt about it. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I have some kind of better character or I'm a better person. It's just that I have a couple of little pieces of information, just little tiny pieces of information that obligate me. I understand that my consciousness is not super special consciousness. So I know all this other people are just as important as me, and I know if I'm fucking them over, it's essentially the same as fucking myself over. And I mean, I've known that for a long time. And you can't help, I don't know how I could possibly avoid being sensitive and have that knowledge in my head. I mean, if I know that what's happening to them is just as real as if it was happening to me. That, you know, it isn't a specially different circumstance when the truck falls on a guy named Joe, or if it falls on a guy named Jim. It isn't two different events. It's the same fucking event. And I know if it was Gary, it was the same event. You get me? So, that one little piece of knowledge, one fucking sentence, one tiny bit of neuron connections changed me from somebody who could be capable of being a complete fucking asshole to somebody who's a restrained, controlled, and depressed asshole. Less of an asshole, though.
People probably won't think that. But I can tell when I can see a person who is